Number 17, the ratio of the diameter of a circle to its circumference is 1 to pi. Yeah, the circumference of a circle equals pi times diameter. 2 pi r, but pi times diameter. If the diameter of the circle is multiplied by 3, so if we substitute in for d, 3d, my circumference becomes 3 pi d, which is 3 times the original circumference, substituting for 5 pi d, the original c. So it's a direct relationship. Note, the circumference to the radius or the circumference to diameter is a direct one-to-one relationship. I multiply one by 3, I multiply the other by 3. The correct answer is C. The circumference will be multiplied by 3 if the diameter is also multiplied by 3. There's no pi's involved, there's no squaring or square rooting, because this is a direct circumference to diameter relationship. Start again. Number 18. Okay, we've got a shape here. All sides are at right angles. What is the perimeter of the figure? Okay, so that's 2.5. That's a missing side. That's going to be 2.5 right there. What are these missing sides? Well, you know, it's 9 plus 2, 11. So that's 8 plus 2 is 10. And we have 2 of these sides. So they must add to 1, so they're 1/2 each. Let's start here. Make sure we start in this corner. Keep track of it. 5 and 9 is 14. Oh, we're missing this side. I forgot that. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Across, we're 7 and 2.5. So that's 9.5 in total. Must equal essentially the 5 plus this missing length here. Okay? So that missing length must be 9.5 minus 5, or 4.5. So that missing side's 4.5. Okay, now I think I have all missing sides. So 9 plus 5 is 14, plus 4.5, 18.5, 20.5, plus 7, 27.5, plus 2, 29.5, plus 2.5 is 32, plus a half, 32.5, plus 2.5 is 35. Plus 8 is 43, plus 2.5 is 45.5, and then plus the final half is 46 perimeter. The correct answer for number 18 is D, 46. There's another way we could have done this. In many times these shapes, we can take an outer rectangle. And if we know the length and width, we're oftentimes at the answer, or a small change to get the answer. So in this case, we know we've got 7 plus 2.5 across. So that's a 9.5 rectangle by a 9 plus 2, 11 rectangle. So the perimeter of this rectangle is going to be 2 times the 9.5, the width, which is 19, plus 2 times the length, 11, which is 22. And that suggests the perimeter is 41. But I've undercounted here, so I've got to realize I undercounted by that and that. I've assumed just this length down here on my rectangle, which is equivalent to the 8, but I haven't captured the 2.5 going in and the 2.5 coming out. So I have to add 5 to my count, which gets me to the same answer, 46. The correct answer is D. Another way you might think of these problems. In some cases, when you don't have this type of shape, like the U shape inverted, then actually the rectangle calculation is correct. So 19, the tables show the frequencies of data values for the two data sets. Okay, so if we look down the frequencies, they are all exactly the same. What's the range? Here we go from 0 to 9. Here we go from 4 to 13, which is the same range of values. It's 9, but we start at 4. So what's going to happen is clearly this is the same distribution, whatever that looks like. And the other one, Q, is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be shifted 4 more to the right, which means my mean for data set Q and my median will be plus 4, 4 more than P. However, my range, my standard deviation, the distribution of the actual shapes themselves, the distributions, are exactly the same. So my standard deviation, my range should be the same. So let's take a look. The mean A and standard deviation B of P. So it's A and B with the mean C and standard deviation D of set Q. So that's C and D. So we'll compare A to C. C is going to be greater than A by 4. We know that. And we know the standard deviations, B and D, should be exactly equal, the same. They're the same sets or distributions. So therefore, the correct answer is going to be A is less than C. That's the same thing. And B equals D. The correct answer for 19 is B.